Hello, folks. How are you this evening? Yeah, this is old trusted truth speaker again. Yeah, I know. But this is it's just going crazy. I just want to. This is going to be quick. I mean, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, the Republican and the Democratic Party are having an all-out war, plus an inward civil war between how they're attacking Bernie Sanders is insane. And he said if he was president-elected, he would fire one of their Weissman. You know what I'm talking. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And Hillary Clinton called Donald Trump. She said he's just a loose cannon, and he does not have the slightest idea of how women feel. And he should not be president because he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I mean, they really get. And Donald Trump said that he called Hillary Clinton. What did he call her? Crooked Hillary. And the first thing, like we said from the start, is all the people that he says, look at all the people that she got killed. Look at her, how she stood with her husband, like I was saying, with the NAFTA trade agreement. But he's really laying it on about Benghazi and the email, and he's constantly calling her Crooked Hillary. Crooked Hillary. And then Hillary slams him again on his abortion comment, where Donald Trump said that women of abortion should be arrested. And I mean, it's really gutter politics, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's just awful. I have to say it. It just doesn't make any sense. And I mean, we're supposed to conduct ourselves a little better than this, in the political arena. The whole world is watching. And they said President Obama, he called Trump several names, which we will, and said he doesn't know what he's talking about. And Bernie Sanders, I'm just going to interject this. Bernie Sanders offered he wants to have a debate on Fox with Donald Trump. And Donald Trump said if you give, what is it, 10,000 or 10 million, whatever it is, to charity, he'll have a debate with Bernie Sanders. That's not going. That's most likely not going to happen. Even all the political analysts are saying that. Folks, we're in a world of trouble. And I want to tell you something. We have never been more separated than we are right now. I mean, we know since the advent of the social media, you see it. But, Governor, I just want to change the subject for a minute. Governor John Bel Edwards of Louisiana signed into law Blue Lives Matter, not just for police, but for firemen. And it was meant as a slap in the face to Black Lives Matter, which I knew was going to. See, let me tell you something. And I'm not taking anybody's side, but I'm on the side of right. You're in a nation that don't want anything to do with God. You got kids going. You want grown-ups to go to the bathroom with kids of two different genders. And a lot of people are standing for that. I mean, but one thing we have a problem here. We are looking like fools, godless fools before the entire world. You have a central bank that's controlling all the politicians, and the Supreme Court made this possible. The hypocrites and phonies. And I mean, I want to tell you something too. Where I come from, I've seen people, their cops abuse people. I was profiled myself in a black neighborhood in my own car when I was much younger. But what we should do is march up and down in our own communities to stop all this senseless killing. They just killed another little baby. Do you understand me? What ridiculous! Even the crimes that some of us are committing are just stupid as I don't know what. But Black Lives Matter have legitimate reason. I mean, we have to do it right, but let's march in Chicago and Detroit. They just had a big major story. They're getting tough on people, kids accidentally getting killed. Well, now that's another scenario. But still it calls into play with all this gang activity going on and drugs and a lot of kids and babies are getting shot to pieces. Come on now. When you roll that around, doesn't it sound a little ridiculous? Man, let me tell you something. We've been free 150 years. And this Malcolm X was 100% correct when he said we should have separated ourselves, clean our own house first. Then if you want to integrate, because you're not really integrated as it is. Look at most of your neighborhoods look like a hellhole. And you fought in every war, you've been in every battlefront, and I know you can do it. Black men in our race suffer from nihilism. No matter how, I know a lot of people with college degrees right now that can't get a job. They won't hire them just based on the color of their skin. I got two nephews. We have people in the church. A lot of I know you could just look at them and tell they need counseling. They bought something for hook, line, and sinker, and they fell for it. And come to find out, they found out that it's a bunch of nothing but crap and lies. And they've been duped into spending from 50 to 70, and some of them have spent as much as $80,000 in college, and they're stuck and they can't get a job just because of the sounding of their name or the color of their skin. And it's a disgrace before the living God. A country, a house divided against itself cannot stand. We need God. We need to repent and return to God. It says in 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 14, if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face. Oh, you know the rest. Then I'll hear from heaven. I will heal their land. We're getting further and further away. You following President Obama, and the place is much worse than it ever been. He's standing for every ungodly and unclean thing. Now, everybody, I'm not talking about in defining anything or anybody who want to define themselves as a certain race. That's you. But what I'm talking about is what Obama is doing. He's using executive orders, and he's going to just the heck with everybody else in what they want. But I agree. Everybody should be treated equal. I say that again. I don't care what you are, gay or whatever you like. Whatever. Everybody should be treated equal. Now that I believe. But I'll say one thing. Obama is wrong, and he has done nothing for African Americans. He's all over the place helping these people and that, and he's got these so-called self-appointed civil rights buffoons and that CPC PAC lobbyists, nothing but a bunch of lobbyists. The CBC PAC. The CBC, like I said before, and the CBC PAC are entirely two different black entities. Or organizations, shall we say. One was started in 1971 by Shirley Chisholm. The other one was just started in 1994 or something. They just took the name and just to fool people into thinking that we're standing up for people that are destroying our... Sorry, I apologize. I got a little excited. We've been watching the same thing. We've been marching for jobs and justice for 50 years. I have a dream today. Well, it's a nightmare. The same Dr. King said, I have a dream. He also said, before he was assassinated, he told Harry Belafonte. Harry Belafonte said, you look kind of melancholy, brother. What's the matter? He said, I fear that I'm integrating my people into a burning house. How are you going to compete? You are turned loose. You wasn't trained. Your education is inferior. You don't have a thing. It's just like in the Constitution, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Happiness, that didn't have nothing to do with it. It was originally by John Locke. Andrew Jackson changed it. It was life, liberty, and the pursuit of property. You, black people, were considered property back then until the Emancipation Proclamation. Right? Abe Lincoln. For you to integrate and to call it March for Equality, how can you have done it when you didn't have nothing to be equal with to start with? You weren't giving nothing. You were kidnapped and brought here. Okay, that's passed. The thing is now let's clean house. Then march for jobs and justice. Malcolm X was right. If you don't do for yourself, nobody else is going to do for you. What are you holding? What are you supposed to give you? The country, I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you add an SSI and Medicare and Medicaid, the country is not $19.1 trillion in debt. It's over $60 trillion in debt. The America is existing totally off credit. You know, you have most of the Asian countries, Asia, or most of American companies. And getting back to Black Lives Matter, and now they signed Blue Lives Matter. Some people think, wow, they're really going to kill people now. Well, they never stop. But the thing is, if you want respect, respect yourself. Come on now, we better than this. The brain in your head weigh as much as the one in the white man head, or anybody else for that matter of fact. You know, this is beginning to get ridiculous. I'll put it like this. Like that, so to speak. We have to sit down and come to a common agreement and all to get together behind a common accord, one degree, and go to these people what you're voting for. You're voting for Hillary Clinton. You're just voting. You heard what she said. She go, her husband will be over the economy. He's good at that. Yeah, he the one signed the NAFTA trade agreement, and she stood in 100% agreement with him. As well as the crime bill, which led to the 3-strike law. Aim right at you. And now they're locking up just as many, almost as many middle-class whites. I never thought I'd see the day they picked that white girl up and slammed on the car. They didn't know she was Jewish. See, they know how to do that to Jews. But they didn't know that. This is a warning. We need to return to God right now. And you have an influx. You're being buried under a never-ending stream of immigrants, legal and illegal. And President Obama want to make the illegal immigrants legal. He has done nothing for you. As a matter of fact, Obama is practically one of your worst or biggest enemies in this present day and time. He's doing more for everybody else than he is for you. So what I'm saying is we need God now. We repent, get together under a common cause. Do you understand me? We have to unite. Well, we're going to outnumber the whites. When the Asians and the Spanish say that, they are not talking about you because you don't have a thing. You've been free 150 years. You've been marching for 50, and you're just as broke now as you were 50 or 100 years ago. A few million people own less than 0.5% of America's total wealth. Here we are 150 years later, free 150 years, been marching for jobs and justice for 50, and we still own less than 0.5% of America's total wealth. A century and a half later, we need God now. Lord help us. We need God now. God bless, folks.